Alright, on Alpha Hypixel network there's a new update that's big enough to possibly be 0.20. What this update does is that it adds 10 different creatures known as pests that spawn on garden when breaking crops. And while there are 10 of them, all of them can spawn from any crops. However, all of them drop a specific crop, and about their drops I will talk about later. Another thing that happened is that the garden milestones seem to be cheaper, since when I first joined I got a chat message. However, when I first joined, the intro I tried to make was very terrible, so I'm doing another one now a day later. Alright, what you have to do is talk to Pest Hunter Philip, who will spawn somewhere depending on the skin of your garden, and you will receive SkyBlock Vacuum, which is a weapon you have to use to fight pests. You will be told that a pest will spawn on a certain plot. Plot 1 is, I believe, behind the garden. It would be useful if I kept... Okay, yes, it looks great. As you can see, I'm, doing a lot of gardening, and a mosquito has spawned. To kill it, you have to just right-click similarly as you would do in Rift with the critters or whatever there. You get farming XP, which is certainly great, and yeah, like bestiary, you need 400 kills to max the bestiary, and all of them have various drops. Pests require a specific garden level to be spawned. 5 of them are unlocked at garden level 5, and another one is unlocked at every other garden level up to level 10, after which you unlock all of them. Additionally, new items have been added to SkyBlock, including 2 new skins costing gems, as well as SkyBlock Vacuum and Sprayinator if you lost them after claiming them from Pest Hunters. Additionally, SkyBlock Vacuum has itself a lot of upgrades, which cost copper, the previous tier, and last one cost Chirping Stereo, which is a drop from one of the pests, which I will again talk about later. Another thing you can buy are pest repellents, which for 1 hour increase the amount of time pests take to spawn, which is useful if you do not care about pests at all. After getting the vacuum from Pest Hunter Philip, you can talk to Pest Hunter Pamela, who will give you spray. Sprayinator is an item that can use 5 items to increase pest chance on one specific plot. These items are honey jar, tasty cheese, compost, plant matter, and dung. You can toggle with them by pressing left click, and by pressing right click you can spray them on a plot. It will do this animation, and for 30 minutes on this specific plot you will have increased chance to spawn specific pests. To know these pests, you can either read the item's description or just go to Philip and look at Pest Handbook. So I just spray that plot with compost, which increases the chance to spawn mosquitoes, as well as earthworms. And lastly, I would like to say that if you look at scoreboard, you will see SkyBlock time, and I think some of you would be entertained if you pay attention to in what order was this video recorded in. After you get a pest, you can bring it to Philip, and by emptying your vacuum bag, you will get farming fortune for duration while on garden. Philip also has a shop in which you can purchase accessories which increase the pest spawn chance, but they require a specific amount of pests being killed first, which is cute considering you need 4000 to max bestiary. Bonus pest chance is a stat that is showcased in your SkyBlock profile, and another stat related change is that in gathering stats you also have listed specific fortunes against specific crops, because those can very much differ, and such thing is very useful to know. Bonus pest chance is for some reason in miscellaneous stats instead of in gathering stats. I can't explain that. Another change is related to Anita and Jacob. Anita has 4 items in her shop, first 3 of which are accessories that give you extra farming fortune during Jacob's farming contest. Another thing is personal best, which is not an item but an upgrade that will give you extra farming fortune depending on your personal best in Jacob's event, if I understand it correctly. And another thing is that these contests now have 5 tiers instead of 3, with Diamond and Platinum being the new ones. Those are however not necessarily for SkyBlock XP, and they might give extra rewards. However, I'm very bad and I do not think I will be able to get either of them. Alright, sorry that an insane person would do a max my collections for 20 minutes straight, and with that I got 400 million melons, which gives me platinum medal. So let's see what good is that? Okay, so it gives you exactly the same rewards as gold. Not even more bits. Very glad this exists. Glad I spent time on that. I came to a realization that at some point when recording the thing yesterday, I did something with OBS and it recorded wrong window. So I think I learned that is if you enable particles, left clicking with vacuum helps, because previously it just did a flash of light somewhere, which was very useless because I didn't realize I had particles off. Pests can spawn 2 at a time. I do not know what causes that, but sometimes it just happens. And now I can be asked to show that again, because I do not want to form. So yeah, I've watched the entirety of Hello Web Boss, and I managed to not find a single beetle in the process. Fortunately, somebody on forums has shared a screenshot with their loot, so I can talk about every single drop. Yesterday when recording, I did very bad job explaining how best drop works, so I just record them again. Alright, I also have viewed the effort. On front of Wikipedia, I've made a table that, you know, just showcases mobs and their drops with their chances. As you can see, all mobs have special vinyls that increases their spawn rates with 2% chance drop rates, as well as 4% chance to drop items using Sprayinator. Additionally, every one of them has a specific crop-dated drop and another special drop. Not all of them have special pages, so some of those links are red. And due to a complication, our form doesn't have a sprite uploaded yet, so that's also currently red and image is missing, but this is here. So yeah, link to this page will be in the description, but you could, you know, make a screenshot. And while I showed you the table of drop rates, I still have to talk about some of these drops because not all of them are obvious. Alright, starting off with Pest Terminator. Pest Terminator is an enchant that can be applied on armors. At level 5, it gives 5 farming fortune and 10 bonus pest chance per armor piece, and they are dropped at tier 1. Which means you need 64 of these for 1 armor set. Good luck. Another item is Chirping Stereo, which based on the description of vinyls is used to play the vinyls to make their, you know, to increase the spawn rates of those pests. It's also required for the legendary Hoover. At some point the legendary Hoover required atmospheric filter, which still exists as a drop. Not sure what it is. And it gives farming fortune, farming wisdom, more pest chance, and more copper depending on the SkyBlock season, which if you're unfamiliar you can see in scoreboard. Another drop is Bookworm's favorite book, which can be applied to vacuums to make them deal 10 more damage. It can be applied 5 times, so you know, once you have legendary one reforged to buzzing with 5 books, you can almost centrally one shot. Another 2 drops are Beady Eyes and Clipped Wings, which give reforges to vacuums. Beady Eyes seems significantly worse than Clipped Wings. Not sure why they are exactly as rare. So yeah. Another item is Sunder, which is an enchant that can be applied to X's. First 5 tiers were obtained via Skymart, however 6th tier is a drop from one of the pests, which makes it possible to get 15 extra farming fortune. Another item is Pregnant Larva, which can be consumed to gain 2% extra pest chance. You can consume 5 of them, and each of them will give you 5 SkyBlock experience, up to 25. Rat drops Rat Pet, which you are probably already familiar with. And Slack drops Slack Pet, which has 3 abilities. First of which reduces the time you need to fish up Slack fish on Crimson Isle. Another one gives you extra bonus pest chance. And third one gives you up to 100 farming fortune when you are farming on a sprayed plot, which makes it the 3rd best pet for farming fortune. So probably not worth it, but at some point it might become cheaper because it's easiest to get. And those are all drops. One thing I didn't mention is that in Visitor's Logbook there is now a mythic visitor called Maeve, who gives you a potion. This potion gives you 25 farming fortune for 25 minutes. Considering the visitor is rare, it might not be good. Another item is Garden Sack, which can hold squash, cropper, compost, honey jar, Jacob stick, dunk, tasty cheese, and plant matter. It's crafted from 4 boxes of seed and 4 fermentos, not the other fermentos, just the regular ones, as well as enchanted leather. I do not know if you need a special thing to unlock this recipe, but I couldn't find it anywhere, so yeah. Last thing I can think of is that SkyBlock vacuum and all of its upgrades can be donated to museum. So, yeah. Alright, I think this is a very common update. I think it's a nice change, adding a lot of farming fortune, which means you need to spend less time on this island, which I'm all for. Some people seem to be worried that pests reducing your farming fortune while they are spawned will prevent people from, say, AFKing farming. However, I tried farming specifically for pests, because I wanted to know their drops. And even then, they spawned so very slowly that I'm not worried about that at all. I'm not sure if there's some sound indicator when they spawn, but if not, that will be a nice change. However, if you're still annoyed, you can just buy these repellents. So I think it's going to be fine. So I thank you all so much for watching. If you like this video, you can leave a like. I'm not going to stop you. And yeah, so yeah.